So let's do a proper
Choose virtual background.
Oh.
I could be in San Francisco with you.
That's right. Okay, so how do we choose virtual background?
What's up? I'm in San Francisco. Not that you're in San Francisco, but this is where I'd rather be. Oh my God, it's digital. Oh my God, it's literally moving. I thought it was just a picture.
That's so funny. So let's do a proper introduction.
This is our proper introduction. Hello.
I'm going to start with a proper introduction.
Okay, so we're gonna do. You want to do it now? You don't want to do it after?
Let's just do it now since we're talking.
Okay, got it.
Fancy.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
Bikini Show. Okay, that sucked. What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of the Bikini Show. Camile Periat here with
Sarah Lyon.
And we have a super special guest on today. We are bringing on Nathalia Melo, 2012 Miss Bikini Olympia. She is incredible. Many people actually might not know who she is, but for a lot of us, she's like iconic.
Right.
So she is excited to come on, and she's from Brazil. She's one of the first Brazilian. She is the first Brazilian Bikini Olympia.
Well, she's the first Miss Bikini Olympia.
Not the first.
She's not?
Nicole Negrani was before her.
Okay, wow. Sorry, man. Now I'm like Nicole, Nathalia. Okay.
Let's redo that.
See, I scratched myself. I'm like getting nervous. Okay.
Let's do it over.
Try that again.
All right.
What's
up, everybody? We are back with another awesome episode of the Bikini Show. Camile Periat here with
Sarah Lyon. What's up, everyone?
And we have a really exciting guest on today. She is iconic for many of us. She is 2012 Miss Bikini Olympia, Nathalia Melo. I am so excited about this. She is a third Miss Bikini Olympia champion right before the reign of Ashley Kotwasser, and we are about to bring her on. She is also the first Brazilian bikini champion to take the Olympia stage.
Yep.
Before it became, a norm.
A norm, right, exactly. Before we started seeing all different Brazilians just really take over the winner's circle, if you will. So let's get her on here. Okay, wait, which picture? Exhibit A, bear with me, because I took 50, but I'm only going to give you 2. Exhibit A.
Uh-huh.
Or Exhibit B.
First one.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed.
Or do 2. Do the swipe. It actually helps with your engagement.
Does it really?
Yeah, because people spend more time on your account and they click more, and so it actually improves your engagement. So put multiple carousels. I'm learning this.
So just do both pictures.
Do both.
Wow, who would have thunk that helped with your engagement?
Yeah, I'll forward you this YouTube that I've been watching. It's only like 45 minutes long, but it talks about how to increase your engagement, and that is one of them, using a carousel and putting in, utilizing all 10 frames. And the more people are clicking on your account, the more engagement you have, and the more the algorithm will favor you.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. That's great to know.
Perfect.
You look beautiful for being in quarantine.
Oh, thank you. I'm just trying to look somewhat normal.
Right. Look normal, feel normal.
I know. I am. Do you guys have kids? No. Honestly. You do?
I do. Yeah.
It is a monumental shit show in my house. I am I'm either gonna become an alcoholic, or I don't know, I'm gonna sell my kids, one or the other.
Okay, oh my gosh. You and I would have a lot in common right now.
Yes. Yes.
That's like, literally I've been spending so much time looking over memes and different memes all over Instagram. And that was like one of the memes I read today. It was, what should I go to first? The Weight Watchers meeting or the AA meeting after quarantine?
Honestly, like I go to my pantry and my fridge, I don't know, like every 30 minutes, and I'm like, is there anything new here?
And there's nothing new.
Well, same stuff, but we're still eating it.
Right.
Yes.
I know being a mom right now is challenging for sure. So Nathalia, we are so excited to have you on here. And we were just doing a little introduction before we brought you on. And a lot of the viewers that are watching this, you know, they're new into the bikini world and they might not know who you are, but for a lot of us, you are iconic. So let's start by letting you share like when you started, where you came from, and what it's like to be Miss Bikini Olympia.
Well, thank you so much for that introduction. It is an honor to speak with you guys today. I have stepped a little bit away from the bikini world. A lot of things have happened in my life, and for you guys that do not know, I am like basically the first generation of bikini competitors. I turned pro in 2009, I think. Oh God, I'm old. And like I'm still from the era that like the judges had no idea what they were looking for in the posing. They didn't know what they were looking for in the bikinis itself. Like from my time, people were competing with like bikinis that you tie to the side.
Normal
like
bikinis.
Regular.
Yeah, if you go, like, I think that I was one of the first ones that started to wear bikini with like funky sides. And like we had very little guidance when it came to posing. It was like, just go there, front, back, and leave. And I'm like, but like, what can I do? What can I not do? So you literally just had to go there and wing it. So I feel like a lot of the things that we see today have been like, they are like an improved version of what like some competitors like myself, Amanda Latona, Jamie Baird, we all like, and many people might not know Jamie because Jamie has stepped away a little bit as well. But a lot of the things that you see today are things that Amanda, myself, and Jamie, and a few other competitors are doing because we had no idea what the hell we were doing. We were like, well, might as well look cute. Let's look to the back. Hey, what's up?
We all copied you guys.
Yeah. So you like, and people are like, how do I like how? And I remember when I was doing some like kind of posing coaching and stuff, people are like, how do you do that? I'm like, I have no idea. I just like did it because I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just like let them look at my butt and like just stand here? Like, let me look, give them a wink.
You definitely had that like that certain look back. You and Amanda had amazing stage presence. I was one that studied every move you guys did when I first started, and I did not emulate it the way you guys did, but you guys definitely paved the way in all of that. It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's pretty like cool to look back and see how even things that we didn't know what the hell we were doing, and they were pretty mediocre. Like looking back now at how much it has evolved, we're like, oh God, that was horrible. And we look now and a lot of the new girls have taken what we did like in a very mediocre way back then, and they have improved and refined. So it's pretty cool to watch the evolution of something that you kind of start doing and it was kind of like, and now it's freaking amazing. So it's pretty cool to watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
I was going to ask you down the road, but since we're kind of already talking about it, in your opinion, how bikini has changed from when you competed till now, what are some of the big things that stand out to you?
I feel like now at this time, like right now, I kind of like where the bikini division is, because I feel like there's some muscle being brought back on, because I feel that for some time it was like the girls, no offense, were like a bag of bones.
Yeah.
And I like more meat. I like more muscle. I like more like curves. Like that's my jam. And another thing that I didn't like, that I feel, thank goodness, has improved, is the posing, because I was watching some, even like a few like Arnold and Olympias a few years back. I don't remember the exact time, so I'm not going to point fingers and say who he was. I just, but like the girls look like they were in a stripper pole. I'm like, stop it.
Yes.
Like, stop it. It is disgusting. Like I wouldn't bring my child to watch that, because there wasn't much difference from a strip club and what I was seeing. And also, so I feel like that has improved even like now. Like when we first started, we were pretty kind of toned down and stuff. He was sassy. He wasn't trashy. Then there was a phase that I feel like it got very trashy. And I'm like, ew. It was even like awkward to watch with my husband, because he didn't know where to look. He was like, yeah, they look great. They look, because he was like, hey.
I'm sorry, 1 second. Hey, Google, alarm off. I apologize.
That's okay. And another thing that I feel like he has, it's still, I feel like still has some work to do. I personally am not a big fan of the ultra like mini small bikinis that like if you don't get a full Brazilian wax, people are gonna see your vagina. Like it is like if you I personally don't like that. I feel like we have fought, especially this is speaking as someone who has started the whole jam. I fought very hard through my journey as a professional bikini athlete to not associate bikini competitors with like the bikini contest that you used to see. So I feel like we try to, like, at least I have, and I know a lot of the other girls have as well, try to carry ourselves in a manner to make the sport respectful. And then whenever like some of the girls are showing up with bikinis that barely cover their vagina hair, I feel like it almost takes away from all the work that the girls who we started have put in to make the sport respectful, and something that it's like, because when bikini started, it was a bit of a laughing stock in the bodybuilding community.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like we worked very hard, and I feel like this first generation too, and we even had to be a bit more aggressive in the way that we stood up for ourselves, because, she's just like a bikini girl, but not in a good way. So we had to be very, like I had, and I'm going to call names because I don't care. Dave Palumbo once he posted a picture about something like somebody being naked, like something like that. And then he made a joke to me like, isn't that how Brazilian girls are all the time? This is something that you should be used to, like insinuating that bikini girls, like that Brazilian girls and bikini girls were always naked and stuff like that. And I'm like, we're not the ones dropping our pants to take a photo like whenever we see a mirror, like bodybuilders do that. So stop it. So that, like, back to the initial comment, I feel like the size of the bikinis and like the trashiness sometimes of the posing takes away from a lot of the work we have done over the years.
Yeah, the bikinis are definitely a little smaller than when you were Olympia.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the posing has gotten a little bit more professional. I think you're right. There was a period when it kind of was a little bit loose, and that sex appeal, there was like some confusion of like, it was like someone went around and told all the girls, like, you have to really be sexy on stage. And then it almost turned into like semi-stripper looking.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Some routines. And now it's very, like, now we've had, Angelica, we've had even Courtney King was a very, Ashley Caldwasser, all of the bikini champions have had very classy, kind of short, simple routines.
Yeah, meat and potatoes.
Kind of emulated, but it is nice seeing that the routine's a little bit more like toned down. And I think judges were getting sick of seeing too much of that. They're like, I don't want to see like, don't try to seduce me. But
yeah,
I think that window too, it kind of came and went quickly. I think thank goodness for sure. But yeah, I think in general it was, and it had to do a lot with the bikini girls though, like you're saying, that we're setting the tone, saying like, hey, that's not okay. Hey, I work my ass off just as much as you do. But like, you can't walk around and say that. I mean, it's no different than any other, that's X, Y, and Z. It's the same thing.
Yeah. And even like, I feel like the faces, they killed me. It's like, turn around and it's like,
yeah.
I'm like, ew, what are you doing? Stop it. Like, no, that's not sexy. Like, it's cool. And like, if you're doing a photo shoot, you have to do all the faces because the camera is only going to grab so many of them. Mm-hmm. But whenever you're doing it live on a stage and you're going like,
right.
Well, it looks
it's not attractive.
It looks forced. It's not them being themselves. They're trying to portray something, but it comes across bad.
Right.
So, Nathalia, tell us, what is it like to be Miss Bikini Olympia? Like, what is it like to hold that title? Not everybody will ever experience that.
It's funny because and just to kind of finish the intro that I started, and we like took a bit of a tangent. So whenever I started competing in 2009, then I turned pro. Then I won, I think, like my first 5, 6, I don't remember the exact number. I was in the first Bikini Olympia, which I didn't win. A lot of people think that I won the first Olympia. I did not. I won the first Bikini Olympia was in 2010. I won in 2012. I always came second in the previous, I lost by like 2 points the previous 2 years. It was ridiculous. Like, not ridiculous like that it wasn't fair. I think it was fair, but it's just like to look back and I'm like, 2 points.
Yeah. So close.
Yeah. Anyhow. So I stayed very involved in the industry, for a long time. And I took the opportunity as Bikini Olympia champion, and I started doing seminars all over the world. And I was even counting the other day, I have been fortunate enough to like do seminars in over like 28 different countries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I just kind of ran with it, and I took the opportunity to share my experience, and which, like, if we're gonna like go all in, I even had problems with previous coaches that she tried to stop me from doing seminars where I was basically just talking about my experience as like, I'm originally from Brazil. I won the Olympia. Not many people know that. Bartending. I was bartending. I was working shifts 4 times a week, and I was prepping for shows. I was working for a supplement company, and I was training clients. So
you don't hear that.
Yeah.
You don't hear that.
Yeah.
So a lot of the seminars that I was talking about was mostly like, because I see a lot of people, I don't have time. And I'm like, no, like it can be done. So it was more like seminars about motivation, about how you can organize your life, about my experience. Right. And I talked a little bit very vaguely about training and nutrition, but I had a former coach try to sue me because as the current Bikini Olympia champion, she didn't want me to do seminars talking about my experience. She wanted me to do it under her, so she could collect the paycheck and brag about my accomplishment. And I'm not taking away from her guidance, but there was that problem that I didn't speak openly about it at the time because I just couldn't be bothered. I was too busy, like, trying to help people and trying to change lives and trying to do all the kind of things. And then I was very involved in the industry. My last Olympia was in 2013. Last time I competed was about 2014, 2015. And then I moved to Ireland from Florida because that's where my husband is from. And then I got married in 2015 and then had kids. And then slowly I started to kind of step away from the bodybuilding world. I'm still working with supplement companies and with Better Bodies. But it's more kind of like now I feel like I have been able to transition to the people that I'm serving now, because after I became pregnant, working with moms has really become my passion. And for me, when I competed, I loved competing, but I didn't love coaching competitors. I actually, to be quite honest, I detested it. Like it was
easy. No,
not a lot of people do. I mean, competitors are not.
But
they're crazy. Everyone's crazy.
Yeah,
but it was just like not my jam. Like just at an overall, like I just like I loved being around competitors. I loved competing, but coaching competitors wasn't my jam, especially because I wasn't willing to put my backside on the line when the line that you walk prepping a competitor, that like the healthy and unhealthy line, it's like this big.
Yeah.
It's like you're like bouncing, and I'm like, I am not willing to put mine on the line, and because in our community, and you guys know that there's so many extreme views that, like, God forbid I say something to this person and then they run with it but take a bit extra. The next thing you know, they're eating 800 calories and telling everybody that I'm the one who told them to do that, and I'm like, no.
Right.
So
exactly.
It was never a hell yeah for me to work with competitors. But whenever I became pregnant and I started to understand a little bit more, I became a pre and postnatal a coach. It really became my passion, and that is the community that I serve now. Which, funnily enough, I have a lot of former competitors who almost like went through the transition with me, and then they stepped away from competing, but they still wanted to be in shape.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working with a lot of moms who had, to a certain extent, either were involved in the fitness industry as a competitor or just as an enthusiast. And I've been able to help them achieve their goals while juggling family and not having to go to the extremes of a competition prep.
Yeah. And you do, I follow you, and you do a phenomenal job balancing family. You have fun with it, but your physique, in my opinion, I think you almost look better now than when you were competing.
Thank you.
Do you feel that way, or do you ever hear that?
Yeah, I feel that way, but I don't know if it's also something that comes with can I curse? Can I? No, and like not giving a shit.
Oh, you can swear on here.
Yeah, good.
Last week, so you can swear on here.
Last week's what?
Last week we were drinking on the show, so you can do whatever you want.
I should have got my wine.
Fine.
Oh, good.
Should we all take a wine break?
Like I honestly now it's almost like I don't give a shit. I'm training my body to be, so I'm happy with it. It's not to look a certain way for somebody else's approval. And I don't have anything wrong with, like, I loved competing. But I feel like a lot of times competitors attach their worth to the judging of the judge. And that can be a monumental mindfuck.
Yeah, it can.
So
a hard spiral to get out of.
Yes. So I feel like now I'm in that point. I'm like, my husband thinks I look good. I think I look good. My kids don't really give a crap what I look like as I'm playing with them. So I'm good. I never, I've been working, for example, with Better Bodies from when I won the Olympia. They've been with me. I've been with them. We've been together. Throughout the journey, and now I'm still doing work with them. So it's almost like I'm still a valuable asset to these companies that I work with. Now I'm working with Amped Nutrition. I'm still a valuable asset to these companies regardless.
Yeah. Well, you're a role model, and you are also you're reaching a different demographic than just a competitor, and that's the lifestyle demographic, and that is a very, very huge area.
Yeah.
Huge audience.
Yeah.
Especially now. I mean, even thinking about now with the coronavirus, dealing with all this quarantine, everyone's going to be on a massive health kick, immunity kick, everything after the fact. So even moving forward, people's lifestyles are just going to be more healthy, more, how do I live a long life versus I want to be shredded. It's no long. I don't think that trend's going to maintain after this.
And I feel like that even in the mom niche, like you have a whole bunch of extremes. Like you have the perfect mom who like, it's always like Pinterest ready. And it's like, I love my kids and like, let's paint and do all these lovely things. And I'm like, honestly, I'm like this homeschooling business, 20 minutes in, I am ready to drink wine at 9:30 in the morning. I'm like, I cannot do this. Like the idea,
oh my gosh.
Like the idea of homeschooling, it's like my nightmare. So, and people, I feel like, especially with social media, everybody wants to portray this like beautiful, perfect life that everything's like organized. And I always feel like there is a lack of honesty. Be that with like even the way that you pose, that is always like perfect pictures with the side. You don't like, people don't show their skin like that is like saggy from being pregnant, or they don't talk about incontinence that a lot of women experience after they have kids. So, or you have the complete opposite that is like that ultra orthodox body positivity movement that like, why?
It's unhealthy.
Yeah, like how dare you want to look good? Like you just have to be happy with what you have. No,
right.
No, if I have the tools and the ability and the knowledge and the skill set and the energy and the will to change, why should I be happy with something that I'm actually not happy about?
Yeah. Well, you do a great job of posting just true pictures. Like you've posted pictures of your stretch marks,
Yeah.
You posted picture last week. It cracked me up. You were outside with like, was it like a case of White Claw or beer?
Wow. There is always wine involved.
And that's really what we're all kind of thinking and doing anyway. So I think you do a great job portraying that and doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like, and the funny thing, like my husband, he is very like black and he's a very black and white person. Like there is no gray with him. Like if he likes you, if he doesn't like you, you also know. And
like
if he,
mine.
Yeah. If he approves something, if he disapproves something, you will also know. So even if I tried to be this person that I'm not on social media, he would get home and be like, the hell are you doing? Like, that is ridiculous. So like he keeps me on my toes about keeping reality and keeping everything very like as it is, which I think it's great as well, because it is very easy to get caught up on that perfect like life.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think, yeah.
I feel like a lot of people chase it. So having people like yourself, there's at the end of the day, I think that a lot of Instagram and all that boils down to just the people that people follow. And I think it makes a big difference in their own personality and their own self-confidence and who they choose to follow then, who they choose to look at of what they're posting about and being about, and you obviously exemplify exactly what you talk about. You not only talk the talk, but you walk the walk. And I think that's just so awesome. And it's great for everyone to get to see that more, here with this interview, because I think this is just a lot of knowledgeable and true, genuine information and opinions. That's obviously, it's a professional opinion, what you're talking about. So it's great to give this, pass this along to the newer up and coming generation of competitors, especially these girls who a lot of girls are with coaches that shouldn't be coaching, or, they just don't know what they're really getting involved with and what they're really doing and why.
Yeah. And this is special, like this is true in the competition world, and this is also very true in the like pre and postnatal, like the pregnancy and postnatal fitness world. Like you have somebody who is a fitness influencer, becomes pregnant, next thing you know, they're launching an ebook about training during and after pregnancy, and they don't even know what the basics of the physical changes and physiological changes that happen with a woman's body during and after pregnancy. And they're like trying to teach other women how to get in shape before and after having a baby. just because they did it. Okay, that's great that you did it, but just because you have a vagina, that does not make you a gynecologist. Like, because you have teeth, it doesn't make you a dentist. So, and that was one of the things as well. Like, I joke around that I like to know things because I don't like losing an argument, but it's also because, like, for example, whenever I became pregnant, I wanted to document my journey. But at the same time, I knew that I had the moral responsibility to give information that was safe and that was correct. So the first thing that I did before I started talking about my pregnancy and how I was training during my pregnancy was to take a course as a pre and postnatal coach. So I had the foundation to be able to guide people, because I feel like whenever you have a following, it is important that you give correct and accurate information.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just came to a blank.
I would like to, well, I think we should jump into the suit. I feel like she probably doesn't even realize.
I don't think she has.
I'm talking. Yeah. You are always Sandy Williamson's example for every seminar I've ever seen her put on. For suit colors and suits. Yes. Where is that? Oh,
for suit colors.
So the question that is always asked at these posing seminars, and I go to a lot of Sandy seminars, and every single one of them you are brought up by her. And
picture,
a lot of competitors will want to get a new color suit for every show. They think it's really important to change the look of a color that they're wearing. And Sandy always uses Nathalia Melo. I forgot which show it was that you changed your suit, and it
was a fiasco.
Yes.
So you remember it. So tell us about it.
Yeah. I wore green ones. My red was my color. Right. Like, it was legit my color. And as I was saying, like, before the whole like dripping thing, like the side,
the triple chain.
All before that even was cool. The first time that I did it, like I was like thinking, I'm like, that would be cool. Then I called CJ, because CJ was my bikini person. And I'm like, CJ, this is what I want. And she's like, Nathalia, these connectors don't exist. At the time, like, that is going back like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, the connectors that I had in mind, they didn't exist. So I lived in Florida, and CJ was about 30 minutes away from where I lived. I went to her studio, and the first time that I had a bikini that like the thing was like dripping to the side, she hand sewed that. She grabbed 2 connectors. Oh yeah. She grabbed the 2 connectors, and I'm like, this is how I want. She's like, it's not going to work. And I'm like, let's do it.
And she'll make it happen. She's the best of the biz.
So I just knew that it was going to look cool, but nobody was wearing it. She's like, I'm going to get in so much trouble because you're coming up with these ideas. And I'm like, just trust me in this. So this was the first time. Then I started to get far too creative, and I'm like, I want to change. Let's do something different. Then I got a green bikini instead of a red bikini. And I had my ass handed out to me. Like, honestly.
So can you emphasize more? Did you place last? Did the judges say something to you specifically about your suit color? Can you give them a little more info?
I didn't place well at all.
Okay.
I didn't place last, but like I don't think I have ever been out of top 4 or top 5.
And you were. So
I was like somewhere along there, like the end of like the placing that I always got. And another thing that I tried to do that wasn't just like as far as, and another thing that I did was I tried to have like a fully encrusted, I think how you call, like where it's fully bedazzled, fully stoned. And like, because I was a little bit more on the muscular side, it just made me look bigger. Like, I don't know why. No idea. But whenever you look at the photos, so it was actually for my last Olympia. So in the pre-judging, I wore the new one that I thought was the shits, and it literally was not good. And then for whenever it came for the final, I'm like, no, I'm going to go back to the one that I always wear, because that thing, like, so I had to go back to my original one. But I feel like every time that I tried to reinvent the wheel, it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I just stopped being adventurous with them, with my suits. I'm like, let me just stick to this red one here.
Don't try and fix what's not broken, you know?
Yes.
Like, you try and be 5% better and end up 10% worse. Worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, if something's working, just leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, especially when plus those things are expensive.
So expensive.
Like,
Very.
Like, no, like I'm like, no, I'm not going to get a new suit every show. Like,
and it's like, really, I mean, a lot of things in life are this way. You kind of get what you pay for. It's kind of the same thing with the suits, unfortunately, fortunately, but the cut and the make of it just makes such a big difference. And I work with CJ myself, so I know, the kind of suits that she makes, just as, you were talking about. And there's just a difference, and an experience, I can see it. Now, how much does that play into the judging? I feel that we kind of get mixed answers on that, but it makes a big difference.
Well, but a judge is not going to know about cut. He just knows how you look. But if a specific cut is going to make you look better,
right,
then
that's
it is.
The cut you want. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Nathalia, how you are a coach, you are doing these boot camps, you're very active on the coaching circuit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the bodybuilding world and your competing world has helped you get to where you're at? And let's talk a little bit about what you have done in transition from Miss Bikini Olympia to now, and like what you're doing with family,
training,
coaching, and everything.
Oh, I am incredibly grateful for all the opportunity that I was given through like the bodybuilding world. But and this is something that I feel like a lot of people are missing the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you girls are going to agree with me on this. It's like they think that, oh, I won X show, I'm the shit. Talk to me. Like, you know what I mean? And it doesn't work like that. I think that if people looked at competitions, like the checks that you get, I won $15,000 winning the Bikini Olympia. That is there is nothing beyond that. And that's the money I earned, $15,000.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if people look at the bodybuilding, like at a competition from a financial perspective, the show itself, and they think that that's how they're going to make a living and make a career, that is a horrible business strategy.
Yeah.
Like, stop it. I think that look at the platform. Look at it as a platform, as a stepping stone, as a billboard for you to talk about the services that you can offer. And another thing that I feel like is that I have seen a lot of people go downhill from the competition world because they were competitors and that's it.
Yeah. There was nothing else to them but that.
And yeah, like they didn't bring like knowledge. They didn't bring a skill set. They didn't bring personality. They didn't have anything else attached to them that it wasn't just being a body on the stage. And as we all know, you're just the hottest thing on earth until the next hottest thing shows up. And then nobody even remembers who you are. And that's very apparent in in the bodybuilding community. Yeah. So I feel like if you're looking at competing and you like, oh, but that person is rich. No, that Lambo is probably rented. Stop it. Like, no.
True.
Like, yeah. Like, just stop. Oh, but like, look, she has all those nice things. She probably has a sugar daddy. Don't stop it. So I'm not saying that women cannot be successful, but don't think that because she has nice things or that was accomplished only from competitions. Maybe she's a doctor.
Yeah.
Maybe she has a sugar daddy. Maybe we don't know.
Or she's hard and she's hustling to make to use the bodybuilding, the sport of bodybuilding as a platform, like you're saying,
Yeah.
creating businesses and building something else to take her beyond.
No, but there's an example that I'm using now is just somebody who does nothing and has nice things. And then the person looks and it's like, oh, she just posts nice pictures of herself on social media and she doesn't do anything else. And that's it. Maybe she has other things. And then you have the people who take advantage of the opportunities that the stage gives and that the magazine, like the publications give you, that the know-how that you get from that experience that you can capitalize by doing seminars or by doing other things.
Yeah.
So I think that you should look at these people and be like, what are they doing that is working?
Yeah.
But instead of looking at just competing alone as like a career, because it's not.
Right. Well, it can be a short career too. And you're a great example of someone who was at the peak, at the highest level that you can get to in the sport. And you have then used, and you've created a brand for yourself. You've created a business for yourself. You are a mother. You have 2 kids, which is another fear that a lot of women have that are competing, is that they are maybe think that they will have a difficult time getting pregnant afterwards, and B, sometimes a lot of women are afraid that to lose their body and to go through those physical changes. As competitors, we can be very have a body dysmorphia, and the being pregnant scares a lot of people. So you're an amazing example for all those things, and that you are healthy. You are still looking like, I think, more fit than ever.
Thank you.
You have a business. You're a mother. You're very successful.
And I thank you so much for that. But I think that it kind of goes back to that, like being very clear on what you want to do. And that's another thing that I kind of forgot about it, but it's like, what else other than like your body do you want to be known for? Is that your personality, or is that like a little bit of an edge? Because I did some like risque photos for a supplement company that I was working for when I first started in the bodybuilding industry, and I hated it. Like, I look at these pictures today and I'm like, ugh. And even like the minute that I got done with them and whenever they were published, I was embarrassed. So that was something that I was
away. Once they're out there, they never go away.
Yeah. And like, it wasn't anything that like, girls are posting that kind of stuff today on social, like on Instagram for free.
On their own.
I got paid for that, but that is not something that Nathalia is comfortable doing.
Right.
So that, like, I was also very clear on what I was comfortable doing and I was not comfortable doing. And I've lost the sponsorships with that specific company because they were expecting me to post trashy pictures of myself. And I called the owner and I told him that I wasn't going to do it. I'm like, I have a husband, and at some point I am going to have kids. My mother is on social media. My mother-in-law, my husband's family, my husband played professional rugby, and all his friends like had social media too. The last thing that I wanted was for my husband's mates to be making fun of him in a changing room because of some trashy photos that I was taking. So it was not something that I was comfortable with. So I was very clear cut on where the line was, especially after that specific experience. And I feel like because I was very vocal about that, I have been able to have longevity because I wasn't just attached to my tits and ass.
Yeah.
Right.
There was something more.
Right. You took your consistent high placings on stage and your name being known and built off of that. You didn't build off the money you won. There's such a difference, and it's building your brand, building your name. And then, like you're saying, utilizing that towards your other passions that you have in life and what else you want to do with that.
Yeah.
It's super important. I just think that a lot of bodybuilders don't think that far.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of them have poor guidance or no guidance when it comes to that. And at the end of the day, it's, if you want to do this for a living, you have to look at it as a business and create like your business plan out of it.
Mm-hmm. And again, just to like, I don't have anything against who posts this type of pictures. Like, you want to do it, you want to show it to the world, girl, you go for it. Good for you. It was just not my jam.
Yeah,
sure.
It was just not my thing. And that's not a brand. Like, that's not something that I wanted to build a brand on. Like that type of sex appeal, which I feel like a lot, because I always thought, like, one, because I cannot deal with creepy comments. And I knew that if I were to build a brand on that type of things, I was opening doors to have creepy comments, and I just cannot deal with them. They really annoy me. Like, really, like, that is the one thing that really like touches a nerve. It's like disrespectful and creepy comments.
Right.
So, and I feel like it was going to get to a point where I was going to have a family. I was going to get married, and and like, then what? Then, like, how was I going to be that, but then also this? I just couldn't see the two working together.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. It's hard, and it really, at the end of the day, it limits you. But, you know, to each their own. Everyone has their own opinion, what's appropriate and what's not, and what they're comfortable with. So and that's the thing. Like, I'm sure that there are people that look at some of my pictures and they're like, ew, that is trashy, and that's okay. I'm it's not for them, and I'm okay with that. The same way that there are some pictures that are very risky that I see on social media that I choose to unfollow, because that is not something that I want to see. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying that it's not for me. Yeah, absolutely.
So I have some rapid questions for you to answer.
Oh God.
They're fun. They're easy.
On the spot.
I'm going to do 3, and then Sarah, I want you to think of 3.
Okay. Think of 3 right now.
All right. Favorite cheat food?
I don't believe in cheat food.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of like.
Okay. What? No like special Brazilian treats you like or anything?
Oh, treats. So many things. Oh, but yes, ice cream would be my weakness. Ice cream.
I'm with you on that.
Like Bluebell ice cream, the malicious one that has like crunchy. Ooh.
The best.
Yeah, Bluebell.
So creamy.
Okay. Favorite glute exercise?
Favorite glute exercise. Ooh. Hip thrust.
Hip thrust. You can't go wrong with hip thrust.
No.
Right.
No.
All right. Glass of wine or a cocktail?
Glass of wine every day.
Okay. What kind of wine?
Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand and Marlborough region.
Oh, very specific. Okay.
She knows what she likes.
Oh, I do. And like French rosé is actually quite good. American rosé is very bitter, but French rosé is nice.
All right.
Keep that in mind.
Yes. We should have done this like maybe a couple hours later, then we could all be drinking wine together.
I wouldn't mind that.
That would be a really heated.
Okay, how about coffee or pre-workout? Do you use either?
Both.
Both.
I have two kids, so I'll put the pre-workout in the coffee.
Do what you have to do, right? Okay, so now do you drink your coffee black or do you like something in it?
I'll drink in whichever way is available.
Okay.
Like, honestly, I'm not fussy. I'm not picky, but if I can choose, if I have the option, I really like latte with or mocha with almond milk.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my drink with a double shot of espresso, because why not?
Workout in there.
Because let's just throw it in there.
How many have you had so far today?
Well, I have like a little coffee thing that is a triple shot. And then I had pre-workout. Yeah, I had my fair share. But again, I have the kids all day, every day. So it's like, and they're 2.5 and 3.5.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Today I caught them, like literally we have like a spiral stairs in my house up. Like, I don't know if you know how it is, like most Texans house, they have like this big staircase that goes down like this. They were like sliding face first all the way down. It's great. Great.
Oh
Great.
my gosh.
Great.
Oh God. My daughter's turning 11, but I think every day I'm like, thank God you're older right now. I can't imagine if you were like 2 or 3 stuck in quarantine.
I have a 2 and a 3.
Yeah,
I have both. And people are like, I see these memes on social media saying that people are going to leave the quarantine with like pregnant. I'm like, not in this house. This has been amazing birth control.
You know, I was at, when the quarantine first happened, I was like, there might be like a crazy baby boom, but I think people are so just like
trying to survive.
Right.
We all
more worries on their mind.
Honestly, like sometimes I look at my husband, I'm like, can you just take your kids before I kill them?
Your kids right now.
Yeah, they are all yours right now. They're all yours. You take them very far away from me right now. My son locked me outside the other day. It's been amazing. He locked me out. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Dog door you can sneak in through?
I had to jump the fence and go to the front, and we have like the door that is coded. So I was able to get back in.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
She's here, like, you're living the life right now. Kids.
I know. Enjoy.
And there you are with your coffee.
Yeah. I can drink coffee right now, though. Otherwise, I won't be able to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of late for you. Do you have any more pop questions for Nathalia?
Well, I did not prepare like you did, but those are obviously, as you can tell, I'm fiending for a good coffee right now. So this is about my last hour. I could have one. So that's why I asked you about some coffee.
Nathalia, why don't you tell everyone that's watching how they can find you? And you were talking about this boot camp that you're hosting.
Yeah.
Saturday. This episode is probably going to be airing right afterwards. But are you going to be doing this regularly so people can join your boot camps? Yeah,
people can probably go. Like I'm trying to do right now, because I noticed, and even for myself, like social distancing is making people really miss that human interaction that they have. So I'm running online boot camps. They're completely free that people can join. Awesome. Like if you go on my social media, you'll be able to find. I also have like a whole bunch of like free plans for people. Obviously, I understand a lot of people are out of jobs right now. So we have like a high intensity home workout that you can download on my website, NataliaMelofit.com. So if you go to learn the free guides on my website, there is going to be about 8 of them. And if I have anything else that is free coming up, I also post it on my my social media, my Instagram, that is also Nathalia Melo Fit.
We'll get that up here.
Yeah, THNATHALIA. Facebook, I'm the same. And like, I'm just kind of like trying to support people in this challenging time. You know, like I obviously I do have the products that I sell. I have the 28-day program, which is for somebody who wants to have a more structured, like next 28 days with home workouts, instructional videos, meal plans, and all of that. But it's been really being my passion to kind of like help people with like whether they have the money to pay for my program or not, because I feel like this is a time for us all that has any kind of skill set that can help people, because I feel like this all that is happening now, it's going to be a big trigger for a lot of people who suffer with anxiety and depression and all of this. So if I can do my part, and I'm not a mental health professional, but I am a fitness professional, and if through my trade I can help people overcome whatever it is that they might be struggling with at home, then I'll be there for them as often and as much as I can.
That's amazing. That is so great. And I think for any fitness professional, and you know, those of us who are in this this world, I think a lot it's kind of our responsibility to a degree that we need to help motivate people. It's a lot of people are just very displaced, disheveled. We don't have that connection. So having someone to even just if you can reach out to one person, you know, today and or not physically, not actually, but just touch someone somehow to be motivated, to do something a little bit better. That goes so far for
and
right now.
And I have seen so many like good people doing good things, but at the same time, I have seen so many cringe-worthy stuff that I'm like, ew, like, no, I do not want to be like that person, you know, because I think that like the business, the money, everything will come eventually, if not now, at some point. But building relationships with people who need you at that specific time, regardless if they can afford or not, goes way beyond that. And like I even saw like a post the other day from like somebody who is a fitness professional. How are you taking advantage of the coronavirus pandemic? What? Like I don't know if it was just a poor choice of word, but it was just a very like it really really pushed me over the edge a little bit. And that's kind of when I was like, you know what? I'm not taking advantage of anything. I am maybe taking advantage of this opportunity to maybe bring more fitness to people's lives, regardless if they can afford it or not.
Which we all know that helps it helps suppress those symptoms of anxiety and depression. So it is helping with everything that's going on.
Yeah. So like, that's kind of what I've been trying to like, at least every other day I post a free workout on my Instagram. Like people send me messages. I'm personally the one who answers all my DMs and like helping moms cope with whatever it is that they can like do right now. Right. So that's kind of what I've been doing right now.
That's awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, Nathalia, it was so great having you on here.
Thank you for having me.
You've been a role model to me for a super long time. So talking to you in person like this is, well, is really
close enough.
No, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. It's nice to have conversations like this when you can just like kind of go with the flow and stuff like that without like an agenda kind of.
Right.
Today, actually, we did have a kind of an agenda.
Today's the first day.
Usually we're just kind of like really going off the seat of our pants.
No, we're trying to keep things in order with this quarantine brain kicking in full force for everyone.
I know. Well, at least we have sun here in Texas now, so it's making life a lot easier.
Yeah, I bet.
Are you in Dallas?
Yeah, I'm in the DFW Metroplex. I'm about 20 minutes north of Dallas. We moved here about two years ago from Ireland.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, that's where my husband is from. So we did long distance for 2.5 years when I lived in Florida. And then I moved to Ireland.
How long did you live in Ireland for?
5 years.
Okay.
5 years.
Now you're in Dallas. Okay.
Now we're in Dallas. Yeah.
Awesome.
You live near Tana Eubanks and the Hidden Gym, right?
Yeah, my husband actually works out of their gym.
Yeah, I've seen. She's so.
I love. Yeah.
Yeah, and her and her husband, they post sometimes the funniest stuff. They just crack me up.
I just don't know how they can keep a straight face. Like, like whenever have you ever seen whenever they do the Christmas photos?
Yes,
that they walk into JC
like they did it again.
And like they keep a straight face. They just own it. I'm like, you go, girl, you go. I'll be like, oh my God, people are looking at me.
Oh God, she cracks me up.
Yeah, no, they're very good people. Very, very good people.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Nathalia, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. You're a goat.
Thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you. I'll take that. Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, good luck to you in the quarantine. You're gonna survive.
You'll survive your kids.
Yeah.
You have faith.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Just got to get that glass of wine. It's about almost 4 o'clock your time. You're good to go.
Yeah, sometimes I look at like the watch in my kitchen and I'm like, is this an acceptable time to start having wine on a Monday?
Doesn't matter.
Five
change
o'clock.
all the clocks in your house.
I'm going to change all the clocks because I do not need this type of negativity.
You know what? It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Right.
Yep.
Good say.
Thank you so much,
right.
Rose.
Thank you so much. Really
All right.
appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
When you have like one of your like idols.
Yeah, of course.
You've
I
never
know it.
Before,
that
and then you're just like, wow, cool.
For sure. That was like, I'll admit that was, I think, I don't know when it was exactly, but it was one of the first sit down interviews I ever did with someone. And it just so happened to be Ashley Caldwell-Sir. And it was one of those things that it was like, wow, I used to stalk your life on social media before I competed. And then, it's just cool when
like, is it really weird that I know your favorite flavor gum?
right.
Or,
Is it considered stalking? No, she just gave a really cool insight, I think, to everyone that's watching.
Yeah,
just,
absolutely.
An OG really of the bikini division who has come up, who has seen what it's been like in the beginning, who was, the ins and outs of the beginning to what it is now. Like she said, she's really kind of taking a step back from the bodybuilding world. For instance, like how she had mentioned her winnings of the Olympia was like 15,000. That has obviously gone up dramatically since she won the Olympia.
Yeah.
So there has been changes in the sport since she has, not saying that you can still live off of just prize money, but like I know in
what I loved most about what she brought was just how, women need to have dignity, and they need to
respect
have,
for themselves.
have a goal beyond just being on the stage, and, represent themselves in a professional way. And she was able to still be a role model after competing to many people and still doing what she loves, even though she's not on the stage, she's doing what she loves still. She's still a part of the fitness industry. And I think a lot of competitors who are in there, I was actually one of them myself, and, kind of almost fearful of leaving the competitive world because I would, that's not all I know. I have, but just being out of that, like thinking like you would not be
that circle
at all. And you can still have a successful career and business beyond that, just using different doors, and she's a great example for that. If that
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also so great because she's a great example, and just what we're talking about is such a great example of all the opportunities that the NPC Worldwide and the IFBB Professional League have offered, myself, you, all of these athletes. I mean, think about it. She was literally just talking about how she visited over 20 countries doing different seminars. Now, not saying that those were NPC or IFBB sanctioned, but it's the fact that she got her start, she got her name within this amazing industry, and then has been able to take those opportunities to lead her to traveling to over 20 different countries, to spreading the word of what health and fitness really is, what it's about, taking her experiences and passing that knowledge along. Even sitting here having this interview with us, being able to talk about this, it's so great, and it really shines a light on all that all of us are able to do because of what the NPC and IFBB Pro League has done for us. And it's just really cool. It's really, really cool to be a part of something that is worldwide. It's global. It touches lives everywhere. So it's she's a great example of that with what she's done and who she has continued to become with years, with the years underneath her belt competing, but then also now still being involved in different aspects.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Well, Sarah, I was noticing your top is super cute. Where's your top from?
I just love you, Camille. Why, thank you. My top is super cute and comfortable. It's from Camile Boutique out of Miami. So really, yeah, I love it. What about you? What do you got on? You got some workout gear on?
Oh, this is a very
Show it off.
This is just a Lululemon shirt.
Oh,
I'm just
could never go wrong.
I'm just
Our
warm.
fave.
Yes, you look very glamorous.
Thanks, you do too.
So that was a great episode. We have Narman coming up later tonight. We're doing like back-to-back.
Yeah.
It's great.
Trying to bring it. Yeah, we're just trying to bring you guys 2 episodes per week, keep you guys entertained right now with all this quarantine stuff going on and still going on. So
well, it's
I don't
awesome
know.
because all these people are stuck at home and they're like, yeah, I'm available whenever you want. It's like,
Right. So we're getting everyone on. So
And
if you
then
guys want to see somebody, if maybe you guys want to see somebody specifically, just let us know and we'll see if we can make that happen for sure.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of strings we can pull if we're cool enough.
Yeah. Today was I would go with that we get an A+ for today being more structured and serious. No jokes today.
We'll save the jokes for Narman.
Yeah, Narman will be it. I think we should definitely whip out the wine for Narman. Maybe tequila.
She's not drinking. She's in prep.
She's in prep.
We should have done it with Nathalia. She was like down.
I know. She was. We really should have took a little wine break.
Really? I can drink with someone?
She's like, oh, really? We can stop.
You know what? Angelica next week would have a drink with us. She's not in prep.
She is not in prep. She's injured. But we'll definitely talk to her about that next week.
Yeah, she was doing her cute dance with her cousin. Her niece. She hurt her knee. It was sad, and it was very sad that she hurt her knee. But it was almost like cute, funny when it exactly happened.
Right, like of all things. That's what always gets me. It's like all of these different professional high-level athletes. You hear about how they get injured, and it's like I
was just doing a TikTok video.
Right, I was doing a TikTok video. Oh, I was just getting something for the gram, and took a tumble, and now I can't play my whole season. It's fine. Wild. Anywho.
All right. So, episode is brought to you by Maximum Beauty.
Always Maximum Beauty 2020 season. We're keeping it on strong. All those shows that have not been rescheduled, we're still at, and the ones that have been rescheduled, we're still at. So we'll see you guys.
Sorry. Busy summer.
Busy summer.
Yeah.
It's the year pushed back, and now it's going to be like the craziest year ever. But I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. Oh God, we're excited for life to get back to normal too.
Yeah, I can't wait to get on an airplane. It's going to be great.
Howdy ho!
You want to get
What's up?
I thought you guys are supposed to get wrecked.
No.
I thought it was supposed to be day 23 COVID all
We don't
wrecked
want
with like a unibrow and.
We had Nathalia Melo on there. We don't want to be like these finally get the memo for being quarantine ugly.
Fingernails did.
I did. Oh my God. I literally took a screenshot of your story and sent it to Kyle and said, this is going to need to go into the Bikini Show recording because she did her own nails and she said, Def looks home done.
How about this? I'll take a video of doing it, the video, and send it to him so he can put the video in there.
Yeah, that would be phenomenal.
Lola she got really mad at me last night because she's like, I want to do them. And I was like, being such a bitch mom. I'm like, let me just get this off the skin. And I had to wipe it off and start fresh. And she got really annoyed and walked away. But I was just like, okay, we'll cure it. And I was like, oh, it's a little bit.
It's the far show off.
Yeah.
I show them off from here. See, my nails look great from back
Easter
here.
egg look.
Well, it's beautiful.
I will see you in a couple hours.
Yeah, before you get sick of me. We're signing off. Sarah Lyon.
Camille Periat. We be out.
See ya.